Alright, today I just wanted to talk about Brawlhalla's current meta and what I think about it. I'm gonna just play some Mortal practice in the background while I wait, but I just wanted to talk about what I think and what the game's direction's going, and not necessarily just um meta, but also kind of the like there's a lot of talk right now about the prices of the Mandalorian skin, all that, and just the bundles they've been giving us. And I just want to talk about that in the meta a little bit today while I play some Scythe. So, I personally, this is just me, I don't think we're in that bad a spot right now, meta-wise. Like, the game's actually doing pretty good. Like, sure, there was a brief point where we had only greatsword, but recently, while Ulgrim and Wushang are still pretty good after the debuffs, the nerfs, they have been dealt with to a point where other things are still playable. So I think that's a step in the right direction. I just think there's some characters that have been overlooked. For example, Thatch, that's an obvious one. Blaster's got a buff, which is something, but still, but Sword got a nerf along with it, and two of his SIGs, if we switch over to the good old Thatch, two of his SIGs have the same hitbox. Am I going this way? Which I don't think he needs to be buffed. I think personally that he should be reworked. Like if we look at down SIGs on guns, wow, that's loud, is like it's a little situational, but it's not terrible, you know? Like, it's still usable. It's not a bad edge guard. Like, you can there's some usage. Now, the NSIG, yes, at 0 health, it does have a true combo with downlight into NSIG. That's cool. But if you look at this and then you look at side SIG, they have the exact same hitbox basically, and they cover the same area. And I personally think he should be reworked, at least that SIG. I think they should keep the side SIG, because while yes, losing that combo is something, I think the side SIG's the better SIG overall, because it's a lot faster and just leaves less room for error to me. I can see where other people would think this is better because it has 2 hitboxes, but I just think that having that one's better. I don't personally have an idea for what they could do instead, but I definitely think like having some sort of movement would be nice. Like Thatch's sword SIGs aren't even bad. Like this is very good. The NSIG's pretty good. This is, we don't talk about that one, but like it's still decent. We just need to not have this be the same as this. That's just how I view it. Another character I think gets overlooked is kind of like, oh, not overlooked, but Priya. She's not overlooked at all, obviously, but Chakram getting a nerf again right before the tournament, that feels a little, it doesn't feel like it's obviously necessary. It doesn't feel like, but just like it's not like it's been nerfed once into the ground. I feel like we should leave it be, let it actually be a decent weapon in the meta, at least like for the start, because when Battle Beads first came out, they were like, even after the first nerf, it took a few patches, and it was super fun to experience that. Like, how, yes, it was a little broken, but they made it balanced to some extent, so it felt fun and new and fresh. Whereas Chakram doesn't even feel worth playing right now, because it's not that good. That's all I can really say. Now, something I really, darn it, thought I could, I'm gonna go into life. Something I think needs nerfed, on the other hand, is Lance. Artemis was the first character I found. I know it just got nerfed, but I will never stop hating Lance. I'm sorry, my brother plays Lance, and it's not cause that I hate it, it's just, Lance is such a... Lance, to me, is built to make people mad. Like, Artemis has this sig. Yes, it's stupidly broken and very hard to punish and huge hitbox. But like, the sigs on Lance aren't even like what make it crazy. It's just this absolute. Lance is like, it's like easy to learn, hard to master or whatever, but it's not even that hard to master compared to a lot of weapons. So like, Lance is just like, I think Lance needs some sort of nerf. That's my piece on it. Cause this, getting back to stage from down here with 2 of my jumps missing in 1 recovery, that seems a little broken. And having this, okay, not that, that as a kill, not a confirm, but option, just having so much, and you can also do side light into side air, and on the off chance that that doesn't work, you always have side light recovery. Just recovery, like, you have so much, and it's like not that slow of a weapon either. Like, I feel like it needs some sort of nerf to make there be a downside. Cause like with for example, hammer, yes, it's super strong, it has good kill confirms, but it's also terribly slow, and its kill confirms, you can't just use them the entire stock. Like, it just finally worked now that they're in orange, so it has some downsides to balance out the insane damage and kill confirms, because it's super slow. Like, while it's not like it's not that slow, but in Brawlhalla terms, it's super slow. See if I can do a Russian Mafia. Let me get him a little lower. Sure, if they died, that I was gonna be so mad. Yeah, get him into like orange. Let me swear. Yep, that's enough. But like, it has a lot of options. It's flashy. It's got a lot, but it's slow. It has something to make up for all that. Lance, I almost feel like doesn't have it. Like, there's just not much you can do against Lance, especially at low reloads. When you're just starting and you play somebody that's like half decent on Lance, like Olgrim for example, you see this and you're like, oh, Macho Man, and then you lose, and you quit Brawlhalla because you think it's too hard and stuff like that, when your only experience is this, where you're just facing this all day, and there are other and then they'll finally mix it up by doing that and that. Like, I personally, I play Lance sometimes. I'll play Artemis sometimes. I just don't. I think it needs to have some sort of loss. I don't know. That's just my piece on it, though. Axe also feels pretty similar, because it's so fast for the amount of damage it does. Like, if I do this, into this, into this, into this, like, that was like 7 hits, we'll say. Yeah, you can just, and you can kind of almost do the same thing over and over again. It's just a lot. That's just my piece on it, though. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to talk about is market prices. These bundles. They're better. Yeah, but recently there's been a lot with the Mando being $20, and also the new event with the orb coming out, where you can what's the word? You can get the orb, and while that's such a cool idea, I love the idea. And it does build trust. I don't feel like we would have needed that trust before Mando and all this, because when I first started playing, I did not, I didn't even, I like, not when I first started playing, but a little bit at some point through when I started hearing about stuff and that kind of stuff, I didn't care about, like, I didn't hear anything about prices at all, because it wasn't that big an issue. Like, and their chest system, yeah, a lot of people have praised them for it, because yes, it is better, but it's still not good. It's just better than other competing games. It's like, sorry to diss Ryan, but it's like Joyride to me. It's great candy, I love it, but it's not, like, it's still not healthy for you. It's just healthier. And man, I love it. I think that's saying something. But I personally think that I do think that the orb is a step in the right direction, but I almost feel like it's just a, hey, look how cool we are being to our players. Alright, now we're gonna bring out a bundle with a companion. I just think, I'm worried that it's not gonna stay like this. But if it does, that would be great. I'm just not sure that it will. We'll see though. But that's my thought on the pricing right now. That's all I really have to say about it. That's just my piece. But if you guys have different opinions, and I'm sorry again, Ryan, no, props to you. It's not a bad candy. It's just, it's not like any candy is not going to be healthy. You did a good job trying to healthy it, but there's nothing you can do. So that's just my piece on everything going on with Brawlhalla right now. I just wanted to talk about what I think. A lot of people won't care, and you should stick to what you think. But if something like this made you think something else, then you should definitely at least think about it, because you don't have to stick to one belief, even if it's like the popular belief or something like that. That's how you end up getting, yeah. But anyways, that's just my piece on all of this. Thank you all for watching. I am currently enjoying Mando, even though it's a lot. I feel like it's kind of worth it, because I think it's a really cool skin, and Grogu's obviously awesome because it's Baby Yoda. Who wouldn't love Baby Yoda? So this is just all my piece. Probably all wrong. I'm gonna get some YouTubers gonna come along and debunk everything I just said, but this is just what I think. And thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.